I can still remember going on hockey trips and all my friends and their families going out to eat, and my dad would bring a crock pot with dried spaghetti and spaghetti sauce, and then I would eat spaghetti for 3 straight days on hockey trips to save money. So I learned the value of a dollar really quickly. When you and I met, I didn't have any money. And there wasn't a promise of money in the future either, that's for sure. I honestly wasn't sure that I would play in the NHL until maybe toward the end of my senior year. Exactly.
Yeah. Biggest problem when all of a sudden you have your paychecks are massive, then your spending patterns change. But you don't need 3 cars, you don't need 5 houses. And then the other thing too is, once you get all that money, you think it's gonna go on forever.
Exactly.
And that's a huge problem.
And then as you get older, you say, I am this close to being gone from this league, and you really start to think a lot more about, okay, what's the next step? How can I prepare for that next step? I definitely made some financial missteps that I look back on now and regret. You know, it ended up costing me a little bit of money. Fortunately, you and I were able to work through that and get a couple of good contracts after that, which more than made up for what what I lost. I've had the good fortune to speak with the Boston Bruins, talk about some of the mistakes I've made, the things that I would recommend to a young player coming into the league nowadays.
They won't make those mistakes.
Exactly.
Learn from the old guy.
Yeah. I always tell young guys some of the best things that I did financially were getting you on the phone and just talking out the future, whether that was, okay, what's the next 6 months look like if I'm a free agent? What's the next year look like? I didn't think about generational wealth until I actually had a daughter and then a second daughter.
As part of the education for the young players, I think it's imperative that they get in front of a financial planner much sooner in the process, as opposed to, as you said, when you're having a baby. If they understand or they're put there earlier, maybe they start thinking about generational wealth.
Yeah. I
think that would help.
For me, the biggest thing that I would like to give back is just making sure that I've used my platform as a former player, somebody that conducted themselves, I think, relatively respectably over the course of my career.
My legacy in the business, what I would like it to be is that people would say, Joe Resnick conducted his business with the utmost integrity and ethics.
My financial advisor and I came up with a really good plan and had it, in place for when I retired. Was for the first few years do what I want to do and not necessarily what I have to do, and that allows me to be able to give back in different ways. And maybe that's not always financially, maybe it's with my time or teaching camps to young kids around Colorado.
Doing what you want.
Doing what I want, exactly.